All right, let's get right to it. Today's question, what's the best framework for making a decision on where to live? Let's break it down step by step. Brought to you by Real Estate Rank IQ. Okay, let's talk about this because wow, choosing where to live, it's just one of the biggest, most expensive decisions any of us will ever make, right? And it's so easy to get overwhelmed. You're driven by emotion, a gut feeling, but what if we could add a little logic to the mix? Well, that's exactly what we're gonna do today. The goal here is to give you a simple but really powerful framework, something that cuts through all that noise and helps you make a choice you can feel truly confident about, one that's backed by numbers, not just feelings. And here it is. We call it the LIVABLE Framework. Think of it like a scorecard with 7 key parts. It's designed to give your brain some structure and let you compare different places, apples to apples. So what are these 7 factors? Let's go through the acronym LIVABLE and break down what each letter really means for your decision. First up, we've got L for livelihood. This is all about your job, your career, your income. You're going to want to look at things like, what are the local salaries for my kind of work? What's the job market look like? Is it a good place for remote work? The big question here is, will this place help me grow financially? Okay, next is I for investment and monthly cost. And this one is huge. It's so easy to just look at the home price, but this forces you to think about the total cost. I'm talking mortgage or rent, sure, but also taxes, insurance, utilities, maybe even HOA fees. The bottom line is, can you actually afford to live here comfortably without being stressed about money all the time? Then we have V for value of time. And this is a hidden cost we totally forget about, right? A miserable, long commute literally eats away at your time, your money, and your sanity. So you have to ask yourself, how much of my life am I willing to spend in traffic? Are there good public transit options? All right, A is for access and amenities. This is the stuff that makes up your day-to-day life. How far is the grocery store? Are there nice parks to walk in? Is the internet gonna be fast enough for you to stream your shows without buffering? And don't forget the big stuff, like good hospitals and an airport that's not a nightmare to get to. It's the little things that add up to a great quality of life. B stands for the basics. We're talking schools and safety. And here's a super important point. Even if you don't have kids and never plan to, good schools and low crime are signs of a healthy, stable community. And that stability, it's what helps keep your property values strong over the long run. So this one matters for everyone. The second L in livable is for long-term risk. And honestly, this is becoming a bigger and bigger deal. You've got to look at the risks. Is it in a flood zone? What's the wildfire danger? And here's the kicker. Can you even get affordable homeowners insurance? And will it stay affordable? A safe investment isn't just about the market. It's about being protected from disasters. And last but not least, E is for exit strategy. Because let's be real, life happens, plans change, you might get a new job or your family's situation might shift, so you need to know you have a way out if you need it. How fast do homes sell there? Could you rent it out easily if you had to? Knowing you have options, that gives you some serious peace of mind. So that's the whole framework, LIVAB. But a framework is just an idea, right? To make it work, you've got to run the numbers. And the key is to assign a weight to each of these factors based on what you care about most. Let's walk through a quick example to see how this actually works. Okay, so we've got some suggested weights here just to give you a starting point. But I really want to stress this. This is your decision. It has to reflect your life. For instance, if you work from home, maybe livelihood isn't a huge deal, so you lower its weight. But you really care about good coffee shops and parks, so you crank up the weight for access and amenities. You get to decide what matters most. It's completely customizable. So let's put this into practice and compare 2 imaginary places, City A and City B. What we've done is score each city on a scale of 1 to 5 for every single factor. Then, we just multiply that score by the weight we decided on earlier. And right away, you start to see the trade-offs, don't you? Look at City B. It's super affordable, a perfect 5 on cost. But the commute is kind of meh, only a 3. City A is the exact opposite. This is where the fog starts to lift and you get real clarity. So after we do all the math for City B, it comes in with a pretty solid score, 345. That's mostly thanks to how cheap it is. But what about City A? And there it is. City A's final score is 370. So according to our custom scorecard, City A pulls ahead. It's the winner. And this chart really paints the picture. Yeah, City B was definitely cheaper, and that's tempting. but City A won because it scored so much better on the things we decided were really important, like having a shorter commute, better schools and safety, and a stronger exit strategy. It just goes to show the best place isn't always the cheapest. It's the one that truly fits what you value most. Which brings us right to the big takeaway here. The goal isn't to find some mythical, perfect place to live. Spoiler alert, it doesn't exist. The real goal is to find the place that is the perfect fit for you and your life. So there you have it. The best framework is simply one that lets you be systematic about it. You score each place across these 7 key areas, you weigh them based on your priorities, and you add it all up. The highest score is almost always going to be your best bet. It turns all that confusing emotion into a clear number you can trust. No more guesswork. And hey, if you want to try this out for yourself, Real Estate Rank IQ actually has a free decision worksheet you can download to run your own numbers. Just head over to their website to grab it. Brought to you by Real Estate Rank IQ.